Hi guys, this is Emily Cubelli, and for today's card I'll be using the Fiskars stamp set The Sky is the Limit. Also, I'll take some pattern papers from the color book paper pad called Frolic, which has lots of beautiful pattern papers in soft colors including pink, blue, green, yellow, and orange. I will prepare the pieces of pattern papers I chose with my Inkadinkado powder bag and stamp with my Versamark the sections of the hot balloons that I want in each of the papers. Then I will use the superfine detail embossing powder from Ranger in gold to heat emboss them and heat set it with my heat gun. For this specific balloon, I will stamp the banners on it with the Versamark. And as you can see, it fits perfectly inside of this balloon. I will use the same gold embossing powder to heat emboss it. After I heat set it, I will go ahead and fussy cut it. I will be doing this with all of the hot balloon sections, from stamping them with the Versamark in different pattern papers to heat emboss them with the gold embossing powder and fussy cut them. Now that I have all the sections ready, I will add some vintage photo distress ink to them with the round blending tool. I will add it so that when I put all my pieces together, my hot balloons have the shadow all around them. This will add some dimension to them as well as a summery warm touch. I want to mention that this specific stamp set doesn't seem to be the same quality as other stamp sets from Fiskars that I have tried. If you have this stamp set and other stamp sets from Fiskars, please let me know if you feel the same way, because all of my other Fiskars stamps are much better quality than this one, and I would like to know if it is only me. Okay, now I'm gluing all my pieces together using my multi-matte medium from Ranger. Then I will add the scattered straw, which is a light yellow, to a white panel, followed by wild honey, which is a yellowish orange, since it works great as a transition color between yellow and orange. I will go back with scattered straw to make it a bit darker. Then I will use the dried marigold, which is a light orange, with the rest of the cardstock. I will keep adding ink and blending it until I have the darkness I want. I will prepare a piece of vellum from Graphics to stamp with Versamark with the Happy 4th of July from this Long Fun stamp set. After I stamp it, I will put my Ranger Gold embossing powder on it. Then I will stamp the bottom part of the hot balloons as well, and use the same embossing powder with them. I will use a dry brush to remove the excess of embossing powder I have in the balloon paper and heat set it. I could have removed more of that embossing powder since it will be covered later, but it's totally up to you. Now I will prepare the previous colored cardstock for more heat embossing. I will stamp some fireworks from the Long Fun stamp set, making sure that they are not going to be covered with my balloons. Then I will heat emboss them in gold as well. At the end, you will barely see these fireworks, so it just adds a subtle detail. If you want them to be more visible, you can stamp them directly to the balloon paper. I will use both dry and liquid adhesive to stick the vellum to the main panel. I always try to use as little liquid glue adhesive as possible when working with vellum, since the vellum seems to warp with the smallest amount of liquid glue. I will make sure it is straight and then I will press it down. For the balloons, I decided to use foam adhesives to give the card more dimension. Then I will add stickles in champagne to the heart in the balloon. And I will add some gold liquid pearls in a visual triangle, adding the dots of liquid pearls in groups of 2 or 3, making smaller and bigger dots. That way it looks random enough, but it still looks as part of the design and not as an accident. When adding the group of 3 dots, I like to add one bigger and one smaller dot together, and then another smaller dot a bit farther but close enough to look like part of the group. When adding the group of 2 dots, I like to use one dot bigger than the other. I apply this when using liquid pearls, stickles, sequins, rhinestones, or any other similar embellishment. Finally, I will stick my panel to an A2 card base, and my card is all finished. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it if you did and subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. Remember to check the list of supplies on my blog, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!